Thank you for choosing American Pest CEUs.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sean Reeves. I'm an associate certified entomologist with American Pest CEUs, and I've been in the pest management industry since 1999. I'll be your instructor for today's course.
Today's course was written by Jack Launius. Today's course is titled Identifying Conducive Conditions in Inaccessible Areas. This course covers in depth areas to inspect, including exterior, interior, attic, garage, and sub areas, also the signs of trouble to look for, and often overlooked areas. Several photos are included in the course to help you visualize what you should be looking for. If you're a new inspector or a seasoned professional, you will certainly have something to learn from this course. Inspections, water and moisture. The control of the presence of excessive water, no matter where it comes from, is of primary importance. Rainwater or condensation water runoff, particularly where drainage and grade is poor, excessive ornamental plant irrigation. Atmospheric moisture and leaky plumbing are a few examples of water sources. If water problem sources are ignored, structural damage will invariably result. Using excessive water to irrigate plants adjacent to dwellings and other structures is a common practice in many of the dry areas. On the current screen, you're seeing the humidity sensor on the Termatrac eye tracker. This capability is great for us doing inspections. This gives us the ability to find humidity behind walls and wall voids, areas like that, where we otherwise might miss a pest infestation. Deep soaking of shrubs and trees growing near wooden frame structures gives subterranean termites the moisture they need to commence and maintain a large colony. Controlled watering of plants is vital to the minimization of structural pests. Faulty plumbing is another source of extraneous water, which can be very simply controlled. If water is coming from leaking plumbing, a frequent defect, and the source can be located, the leak can be terminated. The two most common leak sources are improperly installed shower pans and toilet stools. Exterior moisture may also be due to a downspout emptying in a spot where drainage is poor, high, wet soil in a planter, seepage created by a high-angle slope above one side of the house, high exterior grade, vertical cracks in the foundation, low vent bases permitting moisture to flow under the house, cracked vent wells, large vertical openings on either side of a chimney set in the foundation, and many other similar situations. Here's an example from an inspection we performed.
As we are going around the home, I noticed something pretty quickly. I actually see here a gutter downspout has become disconnected, as you can see, and it rained a little bit ago, so there's water dripping right out of that downspout. Well, how easy would it be to have somebody fix that gutter downspout so that the water, instead of just going straight down along the foundation, actually comes back down through the downspout and hits the splash block and goes away from the home? Now, as you can imagine, maybe insects like ants, things like that, would still find the water. But isn't it better for things like termites if we divert this water away and we don't put it right on the foundation? So again, just another simple fix that we found that could be related to integrated pest management without even putting out a pesticide. IPM is always about what can we do to solve issues without necessarily putting a bunch of pesticides out that may harm the environment.
If a house is located near the coast, moisture from the heavy, wet fog is sucked under shingles, keeping the outer eave sheeting damp. Soil problems. Soil types, textures, depths, and chemistry are all closely related to moisture problems. Obviously, some soils will hold more moisture than others. There are sandy soils that will hold so little water that termites, subs, are virtually unable to survive. For example, where structures are built on old riverbeds and washes, subterranean termites are usually absent. However, there may be areas immediately adjacent where natural watercourses have laid down thick layers of silty clay loam where subs are prevalent. Earth to wood contact. Any direct contact between earth and wood is an invitation to attack by subterranean termites and fungus decay. Some earth to wood contacts are readily visible and some may be inaccessible. Around the exterior of a building, we may find any of a number of wooden structures in contact with the ground. These may include wooden vent frame, a fence or gate post attached to the house or to the garage, wood siding, flower boxes, deck posts and steps, lower steps of wooden staircases, trellis stakes, wooden dividers between concrete or masonry squares in a patio, wooden or stucco covered archways, carport support posts, and many others too numerous to mention. This shows fungus damage at the post. The downspout is a conducive condition that is aiding in the decay. If a house has a crawl space, some of the many possibilities of earth-to-wood contacts include stakes, either grade or form supports, temporary wood posts left in place under hearse or under heavy appliance installations, angular bracing extending into the soil, wood and cardboard boxes used as storage under houses, wood blocks supporting plumbing or heating ducts, and earth-filled porches and patios where the earth makes contacts with some part of the wood framing of the structure. Slab-on-grade construction. Slab-on-grade construction may also have problems from subterranean termite attack. When not monolithically poured, shrinkage cracks often occur between porches or patios and the main floor slab in moderate concrete slab construction. Cold joints, cracks, and plumbing penetrations in slab construction also allow gaps that subterranean termites can enter. Cold joints are common in residential garages, sunken living rooms, porch patio additions, and room additions. Often the cold joint is covered by tile or carpeting. Occasionally the cold joint has the bottom plate of the wall covering it either partially or completely. As the inspector, you will need to recognize signs that the cold joints may be present. On the current screen, you're seeing entry points of subterranean termites. You're seeing areas where there's been slab cracks that have allowed subterranean termites to come in. You're seeing an expansion joint in concrete, and you're seeing pipes coming through the wall. You can also see in the upper right corner that subterranean termites like to work their way in through a slab through a crack and get into the tack strip of carpet because it is made out of wood. So what type of tools would you need when doing an inspection? You know, if you ask different people, you're going to get a wide variety of answers to this question. I would definitely tell you this, just looking on our screen, one of the things that I like are tweezers and probe tools. Definitely like brushes. Flashlights are imperative. You really can't do an inspection at all without a flashlight. Black lights can be good to show things like urine, things like that. A good inspection mirror as well, because with a good inspection mirror that's flexible, you can look up underneath things and behind things a whole lot easier. Now obviously you could use things like an aspirator, a white rubber mallet. Specimen vials can be good just to collect any insects you may find. Knee pads are a good idea because they protect you when you're crawling in crawl spaces and areas like that. Screwdrivers and a magnifying glass. And of course a Termatrac eye tracker we really like because there's a lot of functions that can help you do a great inspection. Inspection techniques and equipment. As we mentioned before, good light is essential. The inspector should carry an extra flashlight to prevent unnecessary delays during inspections. A heavy jackknife, awl, or dental tools for probing into the wood is also a necessity. A thick piece of spring-sealed or a hacksaw blade is needed for testing earth-filled porches. A screwdriver, measuring tape or wheel, and a small hammer should be included with your equipment. A light, strong ladder is essential. Coveralls, a stocking cap, gloves and knee pads, chalk, respirator, telescoping mirror, hand microscope, magnifying glass, and an eye tracker make up the balance of the essential equipment. Some inspectors carry cameras or use their phone to photograph special conditions. A legal-sized clipboard equipped with inspection tags, ruler, and pencil is handy to sketch a diagram of the structure and make notes of findings. The eye tracker allows precise determination of existing moisture behind wall surfaces, in addition to other features we will cover later. In this instance, the eye tracker can identify if the moisture evidence is old or active. With the instrument set to radar sensor, It will help you in identifying termite activity in the flooring. The eye tracker offers 4 different sensing options. When doing an inspection, your responsibility is to be complete, thorough, and accurate. And as you can see on the eye tracker, at the top we've got direct and relative humidity sensor, we've got the laser pointer, we've got the radar sensor, and we've also got the temperature sensor. Having the use of these sensing capabilities is really going to set you apart as an inspector, and that's why we need tools that are going to give us more capabilities of sensing the things that can lead to conducive conditions and obviously bringing things like termites into a structure. The eye tracker can help us identify things like moisture in post. I've got to tell you from my personal experience, it can be real easy to miss termites in an area like this, like a post on a slab, maybe in the middle of a home holding up the structure. But keep in mind, if you identify that moisture, the opportunity for you to find the termites is tremendous compared to just looking with the naked eye and trying to figure out if the termites are in the post, if they've worked their way back through the drywall. It's really hard to tell without identifying that moisture. The eye tracker can help identify an active infestation or determine if it's old evidence. This especially has helped me with drywood termites. When I know I see evidence of drywood termites, a kick-out hole, maybe an area that's been hollowed out, I know to put the eye tracker in the area, move it around, and look for activity on the radar. Without this type of technology, I would have no ability to know a lot of times if there's termites in an area that are still active or if it's old evidence. Inspection techniques and equipment. Procedure. Procedure will be divided into 4 parts: the examination of the exterior, the interior, the attic, the substructural area. Before proceeding with the inspection, the inspector should explain his mission to the occupant. A few questions concerning his or her observations regarding insect occurrence, damage, plumbing leaks, or other irregularities may be very helpful. Walk slowly around the structure, making measurements with a measuring wheel, and draw a diagram. On a full inspection, draw in the porches, patios, vents, vent wells, columns, pilasters, and abutments, or partial inspections only draw the areas inspected. Exterior examination. Also, record the moist areas in the soil and evidence of moisture from misdirected sprinkler heads that cause water to hit exterior walls and posts, exterior grade conditions, vertical foundation cracks, and exterior earth-to-wood contacts. Exterior examination. Many of the earlier concrete, slab-type houses have an exterior plumbing vent or hatch which should be removed and the inside checked. Many stucco-finished structures are decorated with columns, pilaster, and arches, as well as buttress walls. These construction details are usually framed inside by wood, making them ideal for termite infestation or fungal infections. Exterior examination. If the structure is stucco finished, tap the stucco below the top of the foundation with a heavy pocket knife, rubber mallet, or some object heavy enough to produce a hollow sound if the stucco is loose. The exterior phase of the inspection is very important, whether the structure is on a slab or a crawl. On this image, you're seeing the trifecta of trouble. We've got the water faucet, the downspout, and the sprinkler head. These are all considered conducive conditions. Exterior examination. Note shrinkage cracks between the foundation and such attachments as concrete porches, patios, vent wells, masonry or concrete planters, stone facings, and masonry chimneys. Check for cracks in stucco that may allow water. In some areas where shrubbery or vines make areas inaccessible for inspection, a recommendation should be made to provide access. Exterior examination. Heavy plantings may also cause a buildup of excessive moisture in walls from lack of ventilation that won't necessarily be visually noticeable from the interior. But with the help of a moisture meter, elevated moisture can be easily confirmed.